Damn, guys, look at how much I started with. So it's Alex. We're back in this super special video because it's a bit of a storytelling video. Because you see, I was coaching a guy who told me, Alex, I love your strategies, I love your videos, etc. But I don't have any capital to invest at all, and I have less than $100 to start with. And all your videos, it's always with 100, 150, sometimes even $50, etc. But how do you grow a small amount of capital? He told me, I have time, but on the other hand, I have no money to invest, I'm drowning in debt, etc. That really shows how much the system is strangling you. I've been through that myself. There were some months when I was really at the end of my rope. I'm not going to tell you any nonsense. A few months ago, right now it's July, this was in May. When I got that message, I started trading with $20 in capital with just $12 to start with. I put in 12s, I had an old account lying around. To put in 12 euros as starting capital, you need a broker who can accept that 12 euros as initial capital. Some time ago, I started trading to see if it was possible to grow a really tiny starting capital. And today, that capital has taken off. I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to explain exactly how I did it. Once again, it's not complicated. So make sure you stay until the end of the video because you'll see my results at the end. If you haven't already, guys, subscribe because I want to give you as much value as possible all the time and show you what 99% of traders don't show you, which is the actual practice. Because in France and generally in official financial institutions, there's a lot of talk, right? But here we're traders, we're snipers, and we're not here to talk. We're here to trade and to cash in. So subscribe. It's super important for the channel. That's how it will grow. Growing a small capital of $12 over 2 months is still quite a long process. You'll see that it's incredibly powerful and super simple. We're still working with Ichimoku. Anyway, we'll meet up behind my screen. I can tell you, I'm super excited to show you this because I think it's a first. Honestly, I don't know many people who can do this. Even I have never seen it, and I didn't think I could do it myself. To prove to you that nothing is impossible in trading, that even if you only have 10 euros as starting capital, 12 euros, even if you just have crumbs, thanks to stock market speculation, to financial speculation, you can break free from the system. It's the only place in the world where you can turn a 5 euro bill into a 500 euro bill. Let me know in the comments what kind of videos you'd like to see related to stock market speculation, if you want me to explain something or if you have other requests. So now let's go straight to my computer. So here we are on TradingView looking at the GBP AUD pair. So why did I choose this pair? Quite simply because it's a pair that pays really well, okay? It has a high GDP value, which is pretty huge. It cashes in very easily with GBP in general. So what did I do? First I switched to a D1 chart and I immediately used the Ichimoku indicator. Why? Because when you want to grow a small capital, there are several ways to do it. So you can do it in the short term, you can do day trading, but the simplest way, right away I used the Ichimoku indicator. Why? Because of the trend. Quite simply because with Ichimoku you can spot the trend and you can know when it reverses. And for us, we're going to catch big trend movements. I had already made a video for those who wanted it before, which allows you to catch a lot of trends in technical analysis. Here, we're just going to use Ichimoku, where you don't need 1,000 things, you just need this. Okay, so the cloud, we're going to wait for the price to break through the cloud, always the same strategy, and then ride the whole trend and just wait, that's all. So I started with 10 euros. I'll show you my trades at the end of the video, so stay tuned. I remember it was the beginning of May. He sent me an email at the beginning of May, end of April, I think it was early May, and we were about here. What did I do? Quite simply. Actually, I started by drawing my support levels. Okay, I saw that the price was bouncing here. All right, I thought to myself, be careful, the price will probably reverse. I waited here, that's what I'm showing you, in a video as well, called Reversal Patterns, the top 3 patterns that pay the most. All right, so I showed you this reversal pattern, it's called a double bottom. What does that mean? It means that here, using the tool, I do something like this and it forms a double V. When you see this, a double V, you can be 80 to 90% sure that it's going to take off. And what did I do? I waited for it to break through the cloud, literally. So I saw the double bottom and I really positioned myself right here. Here, okay? With how much leverage? You can start with 12 euros. Well, I started with 0.01, that's the minimum, so it's not much. But the trick is to duplicate over time, to take advantage of all that. The trick is to duplicate your positions over time in order to double your firepower. Here we did it, 5,452 micropips. That's huge. It's huge, and it's really the long moves that allow you to make the most profit. That's in 68 days, which is about 2.5 months. Once the trend was identified, I waited for the correction here. I entered here at the candle, but at the bottom of the candle, because when you need to buy, you have to enter at the lowest point. When you need to sell, you have to enter at the highest point. That's fundamental. I entered here and duplicated my positions like crazy. You see, let's look at it together. But if you've seen the title and thumbnail of this video, you know how much I turned it into. I turned 10 euros into a little over 1,000 euros, which is absolutely incredible. Honestly, it shocks me because when I started trading, I had 100 euros and that was the starting point. But could you really do it with 10 euros? I had already turned 10 euros into 40 euros on my Instagram in 2 hours, something like that. But to turn such a small amount, 10 euros into 40 euros in 2 hours, something like that, but to turn such a small amount, I thought the trade was going to end up failing, that it would end up negative, etc. But actually no, it just shows us that nothing is impossible in trading. This should motivate you guys to get started because it really shows that you don't need to have big savings and that the system tells you, yes, you need to have 1,000 euros, you need to have 10,000 euros to start trading. All that is bullshit. You basically just need, if you want 10 euros, 12 euros. I don't even know if you can do it with 3 or 5 euros. I don't think so because you can't put in a lot of lots either. You have to wait for your position to develop. So over time, it's going to take a bit longer. But there you go. With 12 euros, if you develop lots of small positions, like seeds you plant, in the end, they become big flowers. That's exactly how it works. Stock market speculation. When you open lots of small positions, you just have to wait over time. And in the space of 2 months or 70 days, you can reach a capital of 1,000 euros. So it's pretty incredible if you let it run even longer. This shows you the potential if you let it run even longer over time. As someone who practices swing trading, you can easily reach 10,000 euros in just a few months, and then 10,000 euros, 50,000 euros, 100,000 euros, and so on. You can literally grow your capital infinitely when it comes to stock market speculation. That's it until the end of the video. I'm going to show you my results. This video, the reality is it's a bit of storytelling because it's meant to tell you guys nothing is impossible. When I started out, I was selling clothes, and when I asked traders for advice, they told me, no, listen, you're not a trader. You'll never be able to do anything with your life. I'm proof that you can make it. I'm proof that you can trade easily, even if you have no knowledge, just by following certain indicators or by being precise and technically solid with technical analysis. Nothing is impossible, guys. When people try to limit you, people always talk about their own limitations, never about yours. So keep that in mind the next time you trade. Alright snipers, this was a pretty special video because I can't make videos like this often since I have to wait 2 or 3 months before I can show you my trades. So this time it was able to prove that nothing is impossible and everything is achievable through trading. And trading is really the field that allows you to grow capital and become rich in a very short time. Or at the very least have a lot of money in a very short time. 2 months is nothing in a person's lifetime. Alright? Some people build businesses in 5 years, 10 years, but in 2 months, going from 12 to 1,000 euros. That's absolutely incredible. And it's with this technique, which is the jackpot strategy. If you want to go deeper into this technique with the Ichimoku, which I often use on the channel and for which I've already given you a lot of content for free regarding the Ichimoku. If you really want to go deeper and be truly, truly profitable all the time, consistently. With the Ichimoku, I have a program called the Jackpot Strategy, which you can find in the link in the description. So go check it out. You'll see it's very, very, very precise and you'll be able to reach your goals quickly. All right, snipers, I hope you enjoyed this special video. This is really a video I can't make often, as I mentioned, because you have to let trades mature every 2 or 3 months. I'm giving you all the tools to beat the system at its own game. To be technically strong, so let me know in the comments what you need. And we're in this together. We're going to win the war against the system. The system's game is to make sure you stay employees. Here, we're going to make sure we become free men. All right? Click the link in the description to join the Jackpot Strategy program. You also have the training offered. Everything is in the description. And for those who want to join our army of snipers, we'll see you in the lobby. Ciao, 12 euros. Look, they're just a short distance away. 0.01. 0.01. The small volumes are 30 euros, but no more 30 euros. And then I increase a little, 0.02, 0.03. As you can clearly see, I'm increasing my position. From the last 10 seconds, just look at how perfectly I sniped it. Look how I sniped it right there. the entire period since the Ishimoku breakout right here. Just look at this movement. This is absolutely insane, guys. And honestly, it is just wild. 70 hours. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. Those who tell you it's impossible, either they don't know how to trade or they're not real snipers. I'm trading live. I'm actually trading live right now. Does that sound all right with you? Nothing is impossible, guys. Nothing is impossible. 12 euros into 1,000 euros.